welcome to the Keep on Shootin podcast. This is CaliAir, and welcome to the show. Just getting set up here with the new get up. So, and there may be interruptions. There may be humanoid interruptions and technical interruptions. We don't know. But trying to get a good shot of the good stuff here. I wonder if it'll flip like that. No, it doesn't want to do that. Okay. Yeah, all right. Rough start. But hey, it's nowhere as bad as it was earlier. Bad, all relative. If you're stopping by, this is your first time, I warn you, this is mostly a seat of the pants production right now. I'm trying to land on spaceship Earth here, and my ship hasn't quite landed yet. Let's just leave it at that. It's evening time, and I tried, how I tried to stream from the PC using the iPhone as the webcam. Oh, it sounds silly now that I even say it out loud, but after many hours and then almost being coaxed out of hundreds of dollars, I finally decided I'll just do it right off my phone. Yeah, heck. So that's how that goes. We're doing it off the phone. We'll see how it works. If it works, we'll always do it off the phone. If not, well, maybe next month I'll shell out. No, I don't want to. I'd rather buy a BB gun, right? Man, a couple $100 will buy you a very nice BB gun. In fact, man, one just went by. Yes, the Daisy Superb, number 50, Golden Eagle, 1,000 shot, honored first 50 years. One just sold for $202.50 for less than what they want to sell an encoder for. You can get yourself a classic, wonderful Daisy Golden Eagle. Oh, even less than that. I just picked up, for saying $5, I picked up a model number 27. And just today got number 27. Those are made in, guess what year? That's right, 1927. I'll show you what I'm referring to here so you don't think I'm just talking off the top of my top of my hat. That's what I was trying to say. So let's see. I also got a what did we get? What I'm waiting for, I guess it will come in on the 21st, which is, oh no. That's the new one. That's the 27 that was just ordered. No, the Daisy, supposedly, no way. Delivery tomorrow? No way. So, back on the 12th, I found a Daisy 188, one of the newer ones. I think, is this a Rogers? I think it's a Rogers. It was just selling for really cheap, and I don't have a pistol, a Daisy pistol. A Daisy pistol I have not. And yeah, no, Daisy pistols aren't necessarily known for their greatness, but then again, nor is any pistol, man. It's hard to find a spring, like a BB spring pistol, a good one. Or at least that's what I'm thinking, but maybe, we'll see. We'll see if this 188 that shoots a 177 and shoots what, I think, what, 500? How many does this hold? Yeah. I forget how much it holds, but it holds a good amount, just like their rifles, their repeaters. I haven't got into the single shots. There's a lot of really nice single shots, and I'm tempted. If a single shot comes my way that at a good price, I might have to pick it up. But yeah, it's just unthinkable to have to actually take. I mean, how 1800s, how 1890 something, right? To take a single pellet and have to drop it down the barrel, and then you cock it and shoot it. But the what is it, the 499, one of those, the most accurate BB gun. They hail it as the most accurate BB gun. I don't have one of those. That's another one. The Champion. I think Avanti makes it now. And that's supposed to be super accurate. So I'm kind of thinking about these super accurate single shots. And see just how accurate they are. I mean, I'm kind of a sucker for accuracy, but accuracy is all relative, right? And I tell you, I know if you've been listening to me, you've heard me say this over and over, but man, these Chinese Model 25s and, well, let's just say that, the Daisy Model 25 made in China has not been outshot by any of the vintage guns I've gotten so far, which is, you know, it's a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing because this is only 35, 45, what, 55 bucks at most, right? I got these really, I think I got them for 30, 39 bucks, right? So, and then I liked it so much, I bought a few of them because it's made in China. So you never know when it's going to break, and it would be a lot easier just to get a new one. But of course, that psychology only goes so far. And that's exactly, it was out of this kind of hyper pragmatism that got me into collecting, which is completely non-pragmatic. So it's probably another subject matter altogether. But yeah, I was hooked on these daisies, so I figured, well, let me get one of these. So then I got this. This is the next one I got, and it's awesome. If you like guns that don't really shoot all that accurate, is nowhere as accurate as the 25. And the new Red Ryder that I got before it broke, but they're sending me a new one. That one was the most accurate. That was even more accurate than the Model 25. And so, so then one would ask, why did you buy another? Well, I figured this is just an old one, so let me try. So I got an older one. That one's in deep storage. I got an older one, and that shot better, but kind of weak. This actually shot strong. This 1936 shot quite strong. But just not accurate, and also it diesels a lot. I don't know how much I care for it there. So then I got an earlier one, the short throw, and that one shoots really nice, somewhat more accurate, but no nowhere as powerful. Maybe because of its age. I believe Dennis Baker, I bought that from him. So, look at that. There we go. And so then some cheap guns. They're cheaper, right? They're, you know, somewhere between 40 and 80 bucks, these Rogers guns, right? Although this one is still made in Plymouth. It's plastic, but it is made in Plymouth. So we're still talking like 1950s, right? 1940s, 1950s. Yeah, this would be 50s. Definitely 1950s. Still the etching, yeah. Right, nice. We know it's the 50s because it actually has a serial number. That's how we know. We know the 1940s because I switched the barrel out for this nice nickel plated. This was only made for employees, the nickel plated, supposedly, right? The nickel plated ones. I slammed a 1940s upper on this. Just because Sienna is probably more closer related. We got the original too, so. So yeah, I kept going up. I went backwards and then went up each time. Strangely enough, the 1960s, that's my era. 1960s. This all plastic, has holes here for the mounts. All right. Made in, this one's made in Rogers, of course. And this one shoots great. The problem is it's loud. I mean, you know, probably twice as loud as the new Daisies. So not really all that backyard friendly. If somebody's got a lawnmower going, then yeah, I'll take this out and shoot it. But again, that's a problem with this 37. And maybe it's just, you know, if I knew how to work on them, I could make them more quiet. I'm quite sure I could. But I haven't figured that out yet. Haven't gone down that avenue quite yet. But this is a nice strong stock on here. It's probably the ugliest number 25, but the best of the vintage shooters is so far for me the 1960s. This Cub, this 102. Oh yeah, the 155. Oh no, that's the more recent Cub. But the 155, the one I have, shoots okay. The 102 Cub shoots really nice, super quiet. A little underpowered, but cool for close range, you know. Why I say close range, more like 20 yards, right? I'd say the only one that doesn't shoot out 20 yards is this Markham King number 17. This is more like 20 feet. And use a dart. Maybe it would be fine if I could find some number 6 shot. Anybody got any number 6 shot, man? I can't find any number 6 shot for these early guns. And you know, anything 1930, 1931 earlier requires what I hear is the bigger number 6 shot. I don't know what diameter that is, but I'm still trying to figure it out. If you know, man, let me know. Man, that has been hard to find. Alright, let's see what's going on here. But thanks for hanging out. And that really is what this is, just a little hangout session. Because, you know, not really getting anything accomplished. I blew all my energy over the past few days trying to set up the new Daisy Museum West. That rings nicely. I like that. Maybe I should just put daisies all over the wall. Yeah, that would be an easy decoration. Daisies all over. Oh, that. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. That'd be very doable. Okay. Great idea. Yeah, I'm glad you inspired it. So, I told you about. Oh, right. I didn't tell you about the latest Buck Jones. I picked up a Buck Jones. You know the old saying, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. You know, in the long run, it all kind of balances out. You know, sometimes you you purchase a gun and it works out really nicely. Other times, yeah, it doesn't work out so good. And but it's funny. It kind of adds to the story and the provenance of the gun to me, as long as you maintain the story. And on this, the first thing was I should have kept the bag. Maybe I have it somewhere. No, I'll put the bag back on. But they wrote on the bag that this was in, because this is separate, that it was the original tag. Um, I hope that they meant it's an original reproduction of the tag, because I'm not quite sure if this was the original tag or the original reproduction. It is a reproduction, that's for dang sure. But the guy that does these, he might have even created that particular design or the colors involved. Yeah, I've been in communication with this gentleman who does a great job with these. As you see, I have several of them myself. Yeah, because I think they're really cool, man. Be able to kind of represent, you know, the tags that originally came with them. Yeah, I can't really elaborate on why that's cool. Yeah, and he called it this properly. He said it's a variation 2, which is true because it was a variation 1. It would be an overstamp. 34, 35. Yeah, scarce. I hope it wasn't 275. No, I think it was. This is more maybe $100 or something. I don't. Yeah, 80 maybe. I have to look it up. But it was a good deal, and man, look, beautiful. The stock, it's worn but nice stock, and the compass is better than any of the compasses on my other Buck Jones. So this is quite a nice compass. It's almost like gold. The other ones I think is like tin. So so yeah, I would say this is probably an earlier gun. They said the gun wasn't tested, but it pumped and fired strong nicely. This is true. Yeah. In fact, let me see if I can reproduce that. I'm shooting this into a safe area in a safe place. Oh. Yeah. All right. So, so yeah, that's true. It shot safely. They said they didn't test it with BBs. They didn't have BBs. Every time I hear that, I almost gotta wonder, okay, what's up? You know, because none of us really want to buy these unless they kind of shoot. You know, and they shoot somewhat okay. They can hit the side of a barn, right? And then some of us get a little bit more picky. But when you're buying vintage, you want it to work. You want it to shoot relatively straight. And well, this one, when I went to go check out the shot tube, look, there was no shot tube. There was just this little plug. And this is not even the end of a shot tube. It's actually the end of a shotgun shell that was painted. And then this was shoved in the end. Horrible. But I have to leave it. I've got other shot tubes. It works. So in the long run, it's okay. And the gentleman did refund me a certain portion, being no shot tube. So, kudos to him for that. But boy, is that suspicious. I mean, first of all, no, this is not the original tag. It wouldn't be so nice, right? And I'm pretty sure we didn't pay that much for it, but okay, that's fine. Hopefully they didn't pay that much for it because they lost money on it. But if they lost the shot tube, they would have had a hard time selling this. So, I feel bad for them. If they didn't know this to be true, I feel bad for them, right? Because I always want both the seller and the buyer to be happy. It's just, I think it puts a good historical provenance on the item, whatever it might be. So, eventually I'll find maybe a Buck Jones shot tube. Probably, I don't know. They gotta be out there, right? Eventually. So, number 6 shot, if anybody's got it, and a Buck Jones shot tube. Hey, let me know. Let me know if those things exist out there in the internet, which so far over the past few months of my collecting, because I'm just new at this. This is the first few months of collecting, January, February, March. Oh well, first 4 months now. Man. So this Daisy model 188. Let me go back to spring powered. Yeah, the 188 originally, they put that out in 1937. And then the chrome plated one in 1949, the blued one in 37, and the painted one in 1937. And they kept making them out into 1952, of course, with that little break from World War II. And then there's the Model 118, what's that called? 118, yeah, there's the 118, then the 177. Which one is this again? Hard to get these numbers straight. Yes, the 188. So this is a late 188. Yeah. Where are we? 118. I think this is misnamed. I think it's a 177. This is where the book comes in. When the internets fail you, we go to the good old books. Because I know I ain't crazy. I saw it somewhere. Of course it was here. Yeah. The Model 188. So yeah, it's called the 188. So that, 1978, definitely, this particular one, definitely a Rogers, got made in Rogers. Now, the reason I picked this up was because it says it was the strongest one to date. It was the most powerful Daisy spring piston, it says. Yeah. So we will see. And it has a multiple reservoir. Is it going to tell us how many BBs it held? No, it doesn't. And it shot standard 177, and it also can shoot pellets. So this is one of those crossbreeds that probably has a rifled barrel if it shoots pellets. So this will be the the youngest gun in the vintage collection. Um, and I can't. It doesn't go after that. That's it. Yeah. And I had my eye. I don't think I'm going to be getting it this month. But I had my eye and almost had. Oh boy, almost had the 188 targeteer. I think we'll probably be able to acquire the 1960. No. I think we will be able to probably acquire the blued version of this. This is the first targeteer, 1937, the targeteer. And I have my eye on one of these right now. It looks much like this, from 1937 or so. This is a fixed sight, and then they created one that it has an adjustable sight. It's kind of silly because I don't think it throws the I don't think it throws the shot more than 16 feet or 10 feet or something like that. It's definitely an indoor gun that shoots real tiny 1.8 caliber BBs. Yeah. So hopefully I'll be able to get that. But oh man, somebody picked up one of these for 89 bucks. Just like this too. The target wasn't broke. The gun, the nickeling was perfect. It's just beautiful. Yeah, I spaced out and forgot to bid on it before it went away. So, and then there's one just with the gun. There's one for 100, which is, as you know, that's a lot of money for these, because yeah. Well, hey, with the targeteer, the gun with the targeteer, yeah, you're talking $400. And well, 100 isn't asking 100 isn't bad for just the gun in this sort of condition. But you can't be getting much more than that for just the gun. Once you get it with the targeteer, then you're talking $400. And climbing, as a lot of these are. They're going up in value, going more up and up in value. They've gone up in value almost twofold since I started collecting. So now Daisy did make a lot of pistols, and then their spit and image. I'm not really interested in those, at least not yet. But I finally made the leap over. Listen, this started out as I was just going to collect the pump, the number 25s. But then, that led me into getting the Markham, right? Because that was a pump. Yeah, you see how this went, right? And then I've told the story already. I bought the kid one of these, the recent Made in China buck, which shoots great, by the way. Much better shooter than any of the antiques. I'm always gonna drive that home. I heard some guy talking dissing on the Chinese models, and I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that could be true, but so far I haven't experienced that. I mean, the only uh, the only gun so far that I've taken back was one that was supposedly made in America. I know that the parts were not made in America; they were made abroad and probably assembled here. Well, that's the only one I've had to take back. It's the only one that's broke so far. So, hey, I'm not saying that somebody, another person's experience isn't true. I'm just saying that hasn't been my experience, and as you can see, I'm kind of pretty involved in these things right now. But wait and see. Wait and see. I mean, you would think out of about what 30 guns, one of them would shoot as good as one of these Chinese. And I have about 7 of these Chinese guns. All of them great shooters. All of them better than the vintage ones. So I don't know. I would love to fix that. If anybody knows how you can fix the accuracy on these, I don't know, maybe by adjusting, fixing the valve, which would give you more pressure, and more pressure might help to shoot straighter. But we got plenty of pressure on this 1960s model, and it still doesn't shoot as well. Yeah. As the new one. So yeah, you see how this went from the pump to the buck pump to the lever action. Once I checked out the lever action, the buck. Once I tried this, then I had to try, the Red Ryder, the infamous Red Ryder. So that's where this one came in, right? Now, got this, I don't know, pretty cheap, relatively cheap. And this is 1949, so post-war Red Ryder. I'd love to find a pre-war Red Ryder, but post-war, 1939. And this one shot relatively nice. Again, not as nice as the buck, though, but strong. Yeah, and somewhat accurate, right? I didn't have to compensate too much on the sight. And again, I don't adjust sights. This is not adjustable, but I don't adjust them anyway. I just eyeball it. So I then had to find out. Well, then do the new Red Ryders shoot as well as the new number 25? So that's where I picked up a new Red Ryder. I got the Christmas edition. Figured I'd try to get one that might accumulate some value. I don't know if that was really all that smart of an idea. But that Christmas Dream Red Ryder, number 111, Model 40, parts made in China, probably assembled in Rogers, I think. That was the best shooter. The best shooter. Well, that and the made in China number 10. So, except I've shot both of them about the same, and yeah, it was the Christmas Dream that wound up having to get sent back. So, yeah, and then from the lever actions, I then had to find out, okay, what about the 155? Does that shoot as, it shoots okay, but just, and then the 102 that we talked about, and then the latest is the Lightning Loader. I have to compensate about a foot. It shoots pretty good range, 20 yards. Um, I've been able to hit out at 20 yards, maybe 1 out of 10 shots. Um, yeah, it's beautiful, but it's just not the shooter that I want. All of these are fun to shoot because they do shoot, and you just try to, even though the bullets are, the BBs rather, are going willy-nilly all over the place, it's always fun to try to predict their path and then shoot accordingly. So that's the fun thing about BB guns and shooting vintage BB guns. Shooting them and getting accuracy out of them is not a fun thing. I don't think you would want to try to do that. But if you did, hey, more power to you. I'd like to send you some of my guns to work on. That would be great if I could find someone, or if I could learn the skill myself to make these shoot better. Let's pause. All right. Well, I'm being called in for dinner. So thanks for joining me. Yeah, this is really just a hangout and just to talk BB guns. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll be doing more of that. So if you, if you want to join in on the discussion, and please do. If you have information to share, I'd love to hear it. And if you have information you'd like to know, well, come join us here and keep on shooting. All right, till next time.